Good morning, everyone. So today's topic of our discussion that we are going to discuss is unit banking, and these series of videos will include the concept about unit banking, meaning and definition, the nature and features of unit banking, along with the various merits and demerits. Now, the secondary part we are going to compare this particular topic, unit banking, with the branch banking. So, when I am saying that we are going to compare it, so the topic that defines these unit banking and branch banking is a system of banking goes parallelly, and they are vice versa, and they are just in contradiction, they're just opposite to one another. So today, first of all, we'll be discussing about what we mean by unit banking as a concept, in features, merits, and demerits, right? So just coming to the concept, basic concepts about unit banking, meaning and definition. So to start with, unit bank is a type of bank under which the banking operations are carried by a single branch, right? This is the USP, or this is the one aspect that uniquely differentiates the entire banking system of unit banking with rest of the other systems. So unit bank, whenever we are saying unit, we mean single branch or single entity or single office. So it is a type of bank which is carried by the single office or with the single branch, right? The second most important thing that we need to talk about is they limit their operations to a limited area. Normally these kind of banks may not have any branch, so if any of the bank is following the banking concept or branch concept, multiple offices, if they have, if the branch is having, if the bank is having, so they'll be known as the branch banking concept. They'll be known that they're following the branch banking concept. Otherwise, if any of the banking operations are performed by one unit, one branch, one office, so it will be covered under the topic unit banking, right? So unit means one single office. This system of unit banking has its origin in US, United States of America. And if we try to understand more about, elaborate about this unit banking as a concept, so it is a system of banking under which an individual bank, one individual bank carries on banking business either through a single office, or theoretically it is also given there, or through few offices operating within a limited area. But if we consider it, which means that unit means directly proportional to single, and we can remember in this particular format that unit means single branch. In this system, independent isolated units perform banking businesses. The size and area of operation of unit banking are much smaller when compared to the other systems of banking like branch banking, group banking, chain banking. Also, we have talked about that this has been originated and grown in US. Different unit banks in US are linked with each other financial center in the country through correspondent banking. So when multiple banks having or following the concept of unit banking, when they really want to connect with each other, so every other bank is known as corresponding bank to another. So in that way, where majority of the banks where this particular system is being followed, unit banking concept is being followed like US, so it gives rise to another banking system that is also known by correspondent banking, right? So this is the basic introduction. If we come to the definition part, so Merriam-Webster.com, that is a dictionary that has defined unit banking as banking carried on by individual banks without branches or corporate relationship with other banks. So this is the definition where these business or banking businesses, banking operations are carried on by the individual banks without having their multiple branches throughout that particular geographical area, and that area is limited. Again, the freedictionary.com defines this unit banking is a system of banking in which the government restricts or does not permit a bank to open their branch offices. If the government allows any banking entity, banking concern to open and to go for these kind of transaction of banking businesses with the help of their branches. So it will be termed as the branch banking system and not the unit banking system. So if government restricts and does not permit a bank to open its branches or branch offices at different location, so it will be termed as, simply it will be known by the term that is unit banking, which means single branch office, single office where the all the banking transaction, or depending upon the local laws, local products and services, the localized area, that requirement of that particular area, the unit will cater to the demands of the customers as far as banking and other financial products are concerned, right? So this is all about the definition and concept of unit banking. Now we are having certain few features that will help us to understand the concept of unit banking in more accurate and better way. So the very first point, that is one or single office, which means that unit banking follows one or single office. It has only one office, that it does not have any kind of branches, it does not have branches, but theoretically it is given that one or a few, but generally unit banking have only one single entity, one single branch office. Second point talks about the another unique feature that is related with the unit banking is a particular area. So particular area means that particular geographical area, it deals in the localized particular area where it is established. So how we can understand this particular point is, since it does not have any branches, so it cannot have its widespread area of network of branches. Therefore, where this particular office, one single unit of branches has been set up, so they'll cater their banking requirement, they'll cater their banking needs of that particular regional area. This is the explanation by this particular point. Again, the ownership, mainly these kind of unit banking structure constitute the proprietorship, but it can also be established by partnership and joint stock company, hardly matters. But normally, since unit banking follows the one branch, one office, one smaller regional area, geographical area, so mainly proprietorship, but it can also be established by partnership and joint stock company. As such, there is no rigidity in the formation of ownership and clauses of ownership, right? Limited capital, as we know, there is only one branch, one office, so limited number of members are there, because mainly partnership and private company, or it can be with proprietorship. So as the number of persons are few mainly, so therefore limited capital is there, because there is the limited reach for the financial resources. Again, smaller in size. See, if there is a single office with a small capital or limited capital because of number of persons, so it is small in size, right? It is smaller in size as far as the operations are concerned. Again, the next point is, since it's the minimum number of less number of people are involved, less geographical area is there, smaller size is there, therefore no higher legal formalities or any other formalities are required, which directly talks about that easy formation. So due to its small size and small amount of capital, these type of banks can be easily formed. Again, the scale of operation, which means that it refers to the various banking operation, that is, it can't provide huge loans to its clients, because mainly two factors are there. One is the smaller size, the fewer number of people, the limited capital we have, and the less geographical area we are catering our demand, or we are catering our requirement to the people, because it is not there. If we talk about a country like India, so if these kind of system does not have their branches in pan India, so directly what we are saying that the scale of operation is limited. When the scale of operation is limited, banking scale of operation is limited. What we mean by this is that it can't provide huge type of loan. Say for example, term loans of the bigger amounts to its clients. So basically, they focus on the retail individual clients having normal banking transactions and banking requirements of their smaller financial products. Again, the legal entity. The bank has a legal existence and entity, therefore people have trust on this type of bank. It does not mean that it is not having hundreds of crores and thousands of crores as the capital, so does not have that kind of trust. Does not make sense to the people that it can be working as a banking entity. No, the unit banking system also is legal in the eye of law. They have their legal entity in the virtue of law, right? Therefore, trust factor is also there, that makes people to go, and that promotes people to go for these kind of things. But it is also having the various advantages and disadvantages of being considered under this unit banking system. So these are few of the unique points that differentiates the unit banking system with other kind of systems, mainly with the branch banking, right? So with this video we have understood the meaning and definition concept of unit banking and the various unique highlighting points that differentiates and then demarcates this concept of unit banking with other systems of banking, mainly with the branch banking system. With these words, thank you everyone. Thank you so much.